guys, just before the video starts, I'd like to say this video is sponsored by Zego. Currently they are running a giveaway which gives drivers who have a Zego Sense policy the chance to win weekly prizes and an electric vehicle worth up to 35 grand on the 31st of May. For more information about how you enter, the details is below in the description. Also, I've done a review of the Zego Sense app. You need to check that out as well, and I'll put that link in the comments below. Enjoy the video, guys. Alright guys, just a little video here. So, as you've seen by the title, it says, don't buy a Ford Tourneo or a Tourneo, depending on how you pronounce it, because I still don't know, even though I own one. Custom plug-in hybrid until you watch this video, right? So the first thing I want to point out, it's a great bus. Love it to bits. Obviously, it's got 30-mile range. So it's got 30-mile full electric range, and then it's got the engine to charge up the batteries so you can keep going. So it's perfect for the family. Obviously, nipping to the shops, school run, stuff like that. It's perfect for, I'd say, an acne driver, working the city centre, really working the ranks. Then you'll probably... One sec. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so obviously it's perfect for, I'd say, for the hackney. So if you're working the ranks, staying around town, staying local, you get ridiculous mile per gallon. You get like probably late 50s average mile per gallon, right? So obviously, as you know, I'm a taxi driver. So I've been averaging about 47, 48 mile per gallon. And that's a mixture of around town, the odd airport run, like from Liverpool to Manchester, stuff like that. So, brilliant bus. Love it to bits, right? But there's one flaw, and one major flaw. Right? And a few of the lads have been asking me, who own their own airport transfer companies, they only do airport transfer work. So literally all motorway, all big airport runs. And yesterday I was able to test out the bus. I got an Uber XL job from Manchester Airport to London. It was like the southeast side of London, and it was like 240 mile. And so just before I got onto the motorway, I reset my clock, and for the whole journey down there, back up there, the average mile per gallon like kind of fluttered between 28 and 31 mile per gallon. So the journey of about 500 mile cost me like 150 quid, maybe a bit more. And then one of the other lads who went down to, I think, Bournemouth, he done about 600 mile off 90 quid in his old diesel Vito. So it's situational, really. Myself personally, I'd definitely get the bus if obviously you want it for the family, or you want it as a taxi driver or acnes or whatever. But if you literally want to get the bus and just do airport work, I wouldn't get it. I'd get a diesel. So as you know, I always tell the truth, and that is the God's honest truth. It is literally the God's honest truth. It's just not viable for long distance airport work. So like myself personally, now when I'm working, I'd probably go up to like Manchester. I'd keep within like a 40 mile, 50 mile airport journeys, airport runs. Any longer than that, I think the fuel costs won't make the job really worth it. You know, like long distance ones. But yeah, I just obviously wanted to say that. Also, which is a huge factor for the Ford Transit plug-in hybrid. I think they're valued like 57,000 now. Next year, because obviously the supply problems and the chips and all that, Ford is adding another 10 grand onto the RRP on all their transit ranges. So next year, the Ford could be high as 70 grand. And myself personally, that's not very a viable price for a bus, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but obviously the good news with Sean, a car and cab, if you're a taxi driver, he's selling them about, he's got 40, I think 11 of them are about 40 grand, he's only got 11 left. And then he's getting another order, there's about 20 of them coming in at the end of the year for 43. Then he reckons after that, after they're gone, he won't be getting any more, or he might get them at a higher price, maybe like 55, 60s, depending on their discount. But yeah, So myself personally, I wanted to make sure that you're aware of the bus's capabilities, and if you are still considering getting one, I'd definitely speak to Car and Cab. Hey Sean, this isn't sponsored by Car and Cab. I'm just literally sharing my information. I do recommend the bus. I really do, especially if you're a general taxi driver. And if you're going to get one, I'd probably get one now before they get too expensive. And also the resale on them is going to be huge as well, so you won't lose much negative equity either. So yeah. So if you're considering the Ford Transit plug-in hybrid and you want to be an airport transfer only motorway jobs, don't get it. It's not viable, kids. Not viable. But I hope you enjoyed this little bit of information. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you give us a big like and subscribe and all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out. By the way, I look tired and rough. It's because, let's say, I was out the house for like 20 hours yesterday, going to London and all that. I only just woke up really, so yeah, it's a bit rough. But I'll be alright. Back to it tomorrow.